Well, hello. Oh, enough. Calm down. I know you all missed me. Let's get started with the show as always because I don't have enough time. So, boys and girls, welcome to your scientific astrology lab, and I am your scientist, Dr. Transit. To make things easier and simpler in this complicated world of astrology. And boys and girls, as you know, today Mars entered the sign of Sagittarius. And to show you how the transit of Mars works and what it will do in the sign of Sagittarius, I have a little demonstration for you to make things simpler as I always do. Mars is going to be actually in a very, very strong position, going from Sagittarius to Capricorn to Aquarius, then Pisces, then Aries, its own sign. So this is a very, very strong time period to take action. Now, let's get started with our transit video of Mars. So as you can see, this beacon, this beaker, it has yellow chemicals in it, which are extracted from the sign of Sagittarius. That's right, I had to go long and hard road into the mountains to extract this Sagittarius juice. So you know I'm special. So imagine the Sagittarius sign is residing in the space, and Mars, see, our little red planet Mars, comes over Sagittarius, and it's going to be in here for a while. Or if you want to understand it better, imagine the sign of Sagittarius. The yellow pure light of divine energy is being occupied by the fiery red Mars. So you see what happens. The light and fire creates wisdom. And this is what this transit is all about. So let's find out in detail exactly what it's doing and what it means. Yo, it's your boy Dr. Transit coming in your city with my full-on brandsit. I've no idea what I just said, but I know I look cool and I say shit that I meant it. I have no idea what that is and where that came from. So yes, let's talk about Mars transit into the sign of Sagittarius. So as you know, Mars, whenever it comes into the fiery sign of Sagittarius, first you got to understand the essence of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sattvic fiery sign. It's a sign which represents wisdom, teachers, gurus, dharma. It's our righteous path. That's what dharma is. It's the path that we are meant to follow, not what we want to follow, not what we are taught to follow even, but it's what we're supposed to follow, because teachings can be wrong sometimes. Our ego can be wrong sometimes, but the dharmic path is the dharmic path. And Sagittarius represents our teachers, gurus, counselor, advisors. And Mars is very, very good friends with Jupiter, because Mars is a soldier that loves to get the wisdom from Jupiter. It wants to learn the reason behind his ability to fight, its strength. Where does Mars, or where should Mars use his strength, his energy, his fighting skills? So the guru, the teacher, guides him. This is why this is a very, very strong placement for Mars. And so what this shows on the mundane level is that our energy level is going to be very high, fiery, and we are going to want to stand up for something that we believe in, something that is naturally a divine law of this universe. You're going to see people stand up for certain political causes, social causes. You're going to have people who are becoming very energetic, fiery, and having the fighting ability to die for some cause. But also because Sagittarius represents a guru. shows you're going to find your teacher becoming more fiery in this period. They're going to be more disciplined in this period. You yourself are going to be disciplined to do and take the right action, but your teachers are going to demand a whole lot more than before. And because Sagittarius represents the law of the land, law of philosophy, law of God, law of religion, Mars becomes a soldier of that. Mars likes to get the orders, and Mars wants to perform those orders. So in the sign of Sagittarius, Mars feels very good because it's following the right order. It's following the right guidance, the right teachings. But what happens with Mars is that Mars tends to manipulate and create its own belief system because it's a fiery energy. And yes, Sagittarius is also fire, but it's a divine fire. It's not an egotistical fire. Mars rules the sign of Aries, the individual fire within us. Sagittarius is the God's fire, the dharmic fire. So what Mars does, it's still Mars, regardless of how divine it is going to bring its own individuality in the sign of Sagittarius. So you're going to see people who will come up with their own belief system. No, I believe in this. Yes, I learned the righteous path, but I also think that this is how it needs to be. So our ego and our action is what's really going to determine what we believe in, not what we were taught. Because here Mars is a planet of action. It wants to take action related to what it believes in, what the information that it transmits in itself. So if you tell me something, okay, if I am Mars, I'm going to take that information in one way. Okay, you tell a soldier some information, he'll be like, okay, am I supposed to attack somebody here? Am I supposed to kill somebody here? Am I supposed to fight for somebody here? If you tell the same information to a philosopher, they'll be like, am I supposed to preach on it? Am I supposed to write a book on it? Some article on it? Or am I supposed to think on it? You show that to Mercury. Mercury will be like, am I supposed to inform this to everybody? Am I supposed to announce this, market it, or teach? What do you want me to do? So you see how every sign will mean something different to each planet. But because Mars is that highest of action, that divine action, the divine energy within us, in Sagittarius, Mars does feel that, okay, I am able to take this and go with it. But also I am still going to be doing my own little twist in it. I'm going to be building in my own righteousness. I'm going to be having my own philosophy. But this is the sign where Mars, in the sign of Sagittarius, for pretty much most people, is going to be the time to re-energize your actions, to get up and start doing things, to be inspired by your actions. Because Sagittarius is a sign of inspiration, hopefulness, optimism, learning the right things. So we will be inspired to learn the right things and take the right action. So beautiful position of Mars. And especially, let's say if you're an Aries ascendant or moon sign, you should look at it from both ways. Your moon and your ascendant. So for Aries, moon and ascendant, Mars is going to be in the 9th house. I mean, this is going to be the period where you are going to fight for what you believe in. You're going to be taking advice from your father. You're going to be fighting for a higher philosophical cause, religious cause. There's also going to be great heated arguments or discussions between you and your teacher, you and your guru. You're going to want to question some things. Like, tell me, I need to know. For Taurus people, it'll be in the 8th house. This is a time where you're going to be inspired to transform your life. This is the period where you are going to be fighting and defeating your hidden enemies. This is the period where you're going to be physically active within your spouse's family, your in-laws. For Gemini people, this will be in the 7th house. Great fiery energy between you and your spouse. Great passion between you and your spouse. There will be a lot of philosophical, heated discussion between you and your spouse. Well, you believe this? Well, I think this is it. Well, then the spouse will say, no, I think this is it. It's like one spouse is Republican, the other spouse is Democrat, and they'll be like, well, this is what my belief is. And they'll be like, and it's like, yes, they can get heated. But because Mars is in the friendly sign of Sagittarius, that heated argument is more about philosophical discussion between the spouse. And especially the people that you will come across during this period are going to be very masculine personality, very like headstrong personality. For Cancer people, this will be in your 6th house. Mars is going to be defeating your enemies, competition. This will be a time where you're going to be paying attention to your debt, because Mars is the karka of debt. So here Mars will be inspired to start paying its debt off, to work for society, to fight for society. Then for Leo ascendant people, will be in the 5th house. Here you're going to be extra competitive with your children. You're going to inspire your children. You're to coach your children. You're going to be like, come on, you can do this, and this is why you should do this. When it comes to your education, you're going to finally take action. Okay, I need to learn. I need to do something with my education. You're going to be very competitive in sports. Inspired to do good in sports. Yeah. For Virgo ascendant people, Mars will be in the 4th house. And this is the period where you are going to be inspired to buy property, buy piece of land. You'll be greatly pushing your agenda and your philosophy and your ideas upon your family members. There will be heated discussions between you and your mother. You're going to be inspired to, even for younger generation, some might even be inspired to join the army, wanting to become a lawyer so they can fight for the people of the homeland. For Libra people, this will be in the 3rd house. Your communication will be very straightforward, very direct, and will be very dominating in terms of getting your ideas across. Because now in Sagittarius, that fire is with fire. The fire of Sagittarius with the fire planet Mars. I mean, your communication is going to be, look, stop bullshitting. This is what it is, and this is how it's going to be. There's going to be like this order coming from you towards your siblings. You're also going to be writing with purpose. Whenever you communicate, you're going to communicate with purpose. For Scorpio people, this will be in the 2nd house. This will be the time where energy of money will be starting to shake. You're going to be inspiring people within your family. Your voice and your eating habits are going to find this new energy of eating the right way. Speaking the truth. You'll be inspired to speak the truth. But definitely the money will start coming in. The money will start flowing in. The flow of energy of money will be greatly activated. For Sagittarius people, this will be in your ascendant. I mean, you're going to be working towards your physical body, inspired to lose weight, inspired to exercise, inspired to fight. And yes, you are going to be like a natural teacher, counselor to people around you that, hey, we should all do this, we should all do that. This is the right way to do. Like a natural coach. For Capricorn people, this will mean the 12th house. Here, your dreams are going to be suddenly energized. You're going to have very, very strong, vivid dreams. You're going to be taking action towards dealing with foreign issues. You're going to be taking action towards lowering your expense. Although Mars usually energizes the ability to wanting to spend more in the 12th house. This is the time period where you're going to be taking practices of yoga, meditation, because that's what's going to inspire you within. Then for Aquarius people, it will be in the 11th house. There will be great camaraderie between your network circles. You'll be inspired by your friends, your colleagues. You're going to be wanting to fight for your organization. And especially for Aquarius, Mars ruling the 10th house, this could be the time where you can achieve, not status quo, but like get a promotion and achieve a higher status in your company, in your organization. And for Pisces people, this will be in your 10th house. I mean, now is a time to be inspired to fight for your reputation, fight for the government, fight for, in your workspace, and take charge of your career, take charge of your highest purpose in life. So anywhere, everywhere you look, it's going to be fire, and inspiration from whichever house you want to take it. But this is the fire, this is the individualistic fire, which is now going into the God fire. So you will try to be one with that dharmic path of God. So as pretty much like a spiritual warrior, you can say. So look at this from ascendant and the moon. But basically, in a very easy tone, this is a very, very inspirational time period to simply take action towards the right things. That's it. Okay. So guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mars is placed, all your other planetary placements, to see where Mars is transiting, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. And remember, my book, Mahadashas of the Speed of Light, is coming out this 21st at 5 or 4 a.m. DC time on lulu.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.